I didn't write the book on manufacturing consent. That was the great Noam Chomsky. And, I know that we live in the, it's better than nothing world in the United Corporations of America. But the shit that I am watching, and I already demonetized us 5 seconds in, the shit that I am watching is just unseemly. It is unseemly, the sales job that CNN, MSNBC, Biden, the rest of the corporate gang are pushing for, frankly, I mean, yes, technically better than nothing, but really a Band-Aid to a grave, grave economic gunshot wound. So we're going to get to that. But I think the reason that we have the gross income inequality that we have, which is just is a vaguer term for grand larceny, our money being stolen for the last 40 years, is because we've allowed the media, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party to feed us that the only thing that's possible is what we just got, which was 1.9 trillion. And we'll go through the list of what you get and all that. I think the child tax credit is good. I mean, a $1,400 check is better than nothing. But when I saw President Biden go out today in his very short speech, remind you, all of his speeches seem short. I got to tell you, to me, it's not even gaslighting. It's completely just lying about what they're giving you. I want to play just a short snippet, if you'll allow me, Steve, from Biden and this talk today, because they're trying to do a sales job. They think the problem with Obama's stimulus, which was another Band-Aid for a gunshot wound, they think it's just that we didn't sell it hard enough. So now Biden, Vice President Harris, they're going around town, extolling how great this is. I want to play this and get your thoughts.
And introduce another gifted manager to coordinate our implementation of the American Rescue Plan, Gene Sperling. Make a difference in people's everyday lives. And we're just getting started. By the time all the money is distributed, 85% of American households will have gotten a $1,400 rescue checks. To give one more example, for the average family of 2 parents and 2 children, making a combined income of $110,000 a year, that's going to add $5,600 for them. $5,600 they'll get. And the plan does a lot more. It extends unemployment insurance for the 11 million Americans unemployed and any who will be unemployed in the near term. It'll help hundreds of thousands of small businesses keep their doors open. And it provides food and nutrition help for the millions of families.
All right. So I can't listen to any more of that, but you get the point. You get the point. I don't know if you heard it, Steve, but
oh, I heard it.
He calls $1,400 a rescue. Calls $1,400 a rescue. And I already know what I'm going to get because I've seen it on Twitter. Well, Jordan, would you rather not have had it? Well, yeah. Obviously you'd rather have something than nothing. But I don't know, Steve, you're not rich. You've had some economic issues. You just had a pretty hefty hospitalization for COVID. Luckily, you're okay. Are you being rescued by $1,400? Are you being rescued by $300 a week? Are you being rescued the child tax credit? Temporary. It's a good thing. But if you're that $10,000 or upwards behind on your rent, if you're thousands of dollars behind, whether it be student loans, utility bills, whatever it is, loans for your small businesses, it's almost insulting that they are trying to sell a $1,400 check, which in large cities in this country does not even meet your rent. Who's being rescued by this?
The Democratic Party thinks they're rescuing themselves with this. It's tough for me because I come from the MMT background. So I watch people are trying to advise campaign with MMT in mind, and they're going up against a snake pit of neoliberalism. I mean, they are going up against the establishment in there. I mean, Biden is the establishment. He is as establishment as they come. So if you look at it purely from what you would expect from Biden or Obama or any of these other establishment centrist type Democrats, I think centrist is kind of or I think they're wing. But if you look at the history, this 1.9 trillion for the people looks like a windfall for us, right? Because Obama during the great financial crisis only gave us 800 billion. Okay. And that's why it took 10 years to even eke out of the recession. I don't even know that we ever really did, to be fair. But now, the people that I talk to, if I can take a more establishment, I'm hired, I'm using perspective, I'm not, but I'm going to take that perspective. This is better than nothing. This is significantly better than nothing. This is a huge, blowing out of the doors of the minds of the deficit hawks that clearly we can do this. So in that sense, if you're looking for a victory, the victory is just in changing perceptions, right? Moving the Overton window away from austerity and more towards spending money. That's the Pollyanna, I'm trying to sell this thing, there's your silver lining. But in reality, we have been out of commission for a year. All of us have been out of commission for a year to some degree. Some people have made out because they didn't have to travel and they kept their jobs and everything was hunky-dory, and that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's no award for who suffered the most. But the flip side to that is that they know inherently that in order to keep the economy alive, they have to pump money into it because the economy was shut down. And this really isn't near enough going to mainstream America. And you notice that 85% number that they threw out there, that leaves millions of people without relief. Millions of people are still without a penny. And each of these bills is baked in with poison pills like, hey, if you're in arrears on child support, you're just literally throwing a couple dollars out there. It didn't change any of the structural issues. In Pennsylvania right now, they're already paving the way to start closing down on utility bills. Utilities that have been out, they're starting to allow them to do shutoffs again. So we're getting to the point now where all those pain and suffering that we kind of forgot about for 5 minutes yesterday are about to come forward today and really hit us. So in my opinion, this is a slap in the face to everyone. I understand why some of the people that are trying to change the narrative are making it a, hey, look what we did. Biden's so great. It is really, honestly, a very, very privileged position to take for people that otherwise probably don't need the checks themselves. The people that really do need the checks, they're still drowning. They still have overwhelming debt, overwhelming student debt, overwhelming mortgage debt, overwhelming just at life in general. And nothing has really fundamentally changed. As Joe Biden said, he has come through in spades in that sense. So I really do think this is a huge slap in the face. I know there are people out there telling me, hey, Steve, calm down. But just now, a friend, knowing I was coming on your program, forwarded me an article saying that Biden is preparing for the largest hike since 1993 on federal taxes to pay for this, which is, we know, bull. So I'll be interested in seeing the dispersion or the way that is laid out, whether it's going for taxes on the wealthy, whether it's going for taxes on CEOs and stuff like that, or whether it's like you got to eat your peas and spread the wealth. So that's my greatest concern now.
A few things to what you said, and I literally just jacked this from Jimmy Dore. So thank you, Jimmy. I'm crediting him. I don't know where he got it from, but it looks legit to me. So this is literally a list of what every other country, not every other country, but a lot of other countries have done for their citizens during COVID. Germany, 87% of one's salary the German government gave. Canada, $2,000 a month to the unemployed. Japan, $950 a month for the duration. UK, 85% of wages for the duration. Sweden, 90% of wages for the duration. South Korea, 70% or more of wages for the duration. Australia, $750 a month to low income earners for the duration. Netherlands, 90% of wage costs to businesses for the duration. Singapore, $422 per adult for the duration. That's per month. Malawi, $50 a month. Obviously not great. Malaysia, $140 a month. The USA, per month, we're talking nothing. So Germany, Canada, Japan, UK, Sweden, Australia, you're talking not amazing, but significant funds per month, not in one-time or two-time checks. And these countries are far and away in worse shape than the United Corporations of America. Yet somehow, and by the way, this is not just a Democratic thing, somehow this is presented as, I'm hearing terms of rescue checks, survival checks. I've even heard it from so-called progressives. I mean, I'm not going to, call AOC and the rest Lucifer. I think they, in their heart, are for a lot of the policies we're for. But at the end of the day, I mean, I watched the video AOC did. It was one of these like Now This News viral short videos, making this out to be the New Deal or close enough to the New Deal. Steve, yes. I mean, I just read you the list and I don't know what they're talking about. $1,400. I mean, God bless. I don't want to make people think I'm struggling. I'm not. My wife does okay, and I'm not. Rolling in it like a Rockefeller through Status Coup. But I'm living. I'm eating. I'm not dying. But I just look at. I know $1,400 wouldn't even cover my rent for the last 15 years. $1,400 would not cost the shit. I recently moved. I have $1,400 every month. And we're finding in this house that's wrong, if not more than that. And then you look at the unemployment a month that they even allowed it to be struck from $400 to $300 because of President Manchin. $400 a week was a f***ing insult. But President Manchin speaks and we must cower. The progressives won't even fight him. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Bernie. The progressives won't fight Joe Manchin. How are you going to force Joe Biden to do anything if you won't open your mouth?
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.